Peace.
Peace.
This is Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD. You're just now entering the cipher called real2reel360. KYs.
Peace, God.
Bring that beat in, kid.
Indeed.
Peace.
Yeah. What's going on, party people? Welcome to the real2reel360 show. Let's get it in. We do the knowledge and wisdom so you can understand. Real2reel360 shows in full command. We changing the game for how it all was taught. From bondage to freedom to an independent thought. Yo, the show is here to bring about a change for real. To lighten everyone so we all know the deal. 360 degrees is a fact. We created the show to give our love back to our communities so we can know what's going on and give them the support from knowledge to porn. So if you're ready to learn, then it's time to go. Sit back and relax and enjoy your show. Peace. Peace and blessings to Allah's mighty 5% nation of God's nurse to all the human families of the planet Earth. We bid you a love, peace, and happiness. High salute. I am DJ KY's Allah, aka Kato, the Black Superhero. Welcome to another exciting episode of the real2reel360 show. Well, this is a good one. And when I say a good one, I mean a good one. We get sit down, get your pen and pad out, because you're getting ready to get an eclectic history lesson on some dynamic music and time. All right. But before we get into that, I got to bring on my co-host with the most. Y'all know the deal. Mr. PhD himself. Let's get it in.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Sure enough.
But who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
Who am I?
Joshua Miller Law.
I can't hear you.
Joshua Miller Law, Mr. PhD.
Alrighty. Peace.
Peace to all our followers, likers, and subscribers. Make sure that you go tell a friend it's finna go down tonight. Yes, sir. We have a legend on today. Great music, great man. We finna really turn it up right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this together for Mr. Kenny Wayne.
Yes, sir. Welcome.
Pleasure.
Man, I tell you, man, it's a pleasure, honor, and a privilege for me and my brother both to have you on. And lately, we have been getting some great individuals, but to get Mr. Kenny Wayne, who has been doing this here for over 4 decades all together, it's amazing to just have you on with us. But for those individuals who have not had the privilege to hear some of your music, could you introduce yourself to our fans?
I'm sorry, can you say that again? I didn't hear you.
I said, if for those individuals who haven't had the pleasure to listen to your music or hear your music, could you just introduce yourself to our fans?
Yes, my name is Kenny Wayne. I'm from Crowley, Louisiana. And some of you may know me, some of you may not know me, like you just said. I've done songs like The Party Ain't Over, Angel, You're Gonna Miss Me, Riding Like a Cowboy, Soul Blues. Who Is It? You know, that's just to name a few of them. You know, my latest, Effed Up. So if you haven't heard that one, we might have to go get that one and get effed up a little bit tonight, man. Dude, you know.
Hey, we ain't never had a problem getting effed up.
Hey, believe it or not, man, I don't drink, so I can't get effed up, man. Shoot, you know. All that's just that writing songs, that's all, man. Shoot.
It's all good.
When did you start writing and doing music?
I started writing, it was late 94 when I started writing, and I hit the studio in early 95.
Okay. So what was your journey like to get to where you are now from the very beginning? Where did you start off singing at?
It was a journey, man. But you know what? If I had to do it all over again, I'd do it all over again, man. When I started, man, you know, you had to be able to have some vocal talent to get signed with a record company. Back in those days, you didn't have too many people with their own studios, you know. So you had to go to Malaco or some other independent record company, you know, to get signed with them to put your music out if you didn't have enough money to have your own studio. And it's nothing like it is today, you know, as today you could just put a little studio together at your house and not be able to sing at all and, you know, put a record out on Monday and by Friday, you know, some of these folks, you know, they think they're stars, man, you know, just that quick, man. But for me, it was a hell of a journey, man. But like I said, if I had to do it all over again, I would do it all over again because I met some wonderful people along the way. I've learned a lot of things along the way. Basically, just grew up in this music thing, you know. People like Tyrone, Johnny Taylor, you know, Lil Milton, Bobby Bland. When I came in, those guys were around, you know, and looked up to them, you know, and said, hey, man, when I was a kid, I was listening to these guys, you know, and, you know, just to grow up and be able to share the stage with them. And, you know, it was a hell of a trip, man.
Now, what was the most memorable moment you had coming up with those blues artists?
Probably when I met Tyrone Davis. I had been on probably 7, 8, maybe 10 shows with Tyrone, you know, and I'm a quiet guy, you know, so I stay out everyone's way. And he was friends with a promotional friend of mine, lady that would promote from out of Houston. And we were doing a show in Huntsville, and she came through and she was like, Ken, you ever met Tyrone before? And I'm like, no. She said, come on, let's go on this bus. You're going to meet him today. So I go on the bus with her, and he was like, come on in. He told me, come on in, you little nigga. Come on in. Man, you've been on these damn shows with me and hadn't come see me, man. Oh, man. He said, no, man, I'm just joking. He said, man, I'm just joking with you, man. He said, come on in, man. And he told me something. He said, young man, remember this. He said, when you make money, you do the right thing with it. Because he said, I made a lot of it and screwed all of it up. You know, and I remember that till this day, you know. So that always stuck with me, man.
Now, when you first started, it wasn't called Southern Soul. It was called Soul Blues or Blues.
Right. You know, basically, most of the shows they considered them blues shows. You know, this Southern Soul stuff probably was this white guy out of Shreveport, Louisiana. You know, he had been playing with the name since probably about 95. In 99, he had a compilation CD in 95 he had put together with some artists. And he was just saying it was a Southern Soul because they were down from the South. He was from Shreveport. And he done that one in 95. And he done another volume, which I was on, O.B. Buchanan and a few other folks on in 99. And when Charles came out in 2000, he came out and he started, you know, labeling himself as a Southern Soul artist. It still didn't jump on to maybe about 5 or 6 years later that it start, you know, people start saying that, but it was still Southern Soul blues shows. It wasn't until probably 2012, 13, 14, man, when that thing took off and they threw the blues out the window and it was just, you know, Southern Soul, man, you know. And then they start trying to retroactive, you know, hey, man, Tyrone Davis was a Southern Soul artist. I'm like, no, man, hell no, man. You can't do that, man. Shoot, you know. But yeah, it's they call it Southern Soul now. So hey, I tell them all the time, they can call it what they want, as long as they don't call me late for dinner, man. Shoot, you know.
No, people don't realize like Johnny and Tyrone didn't like being called blues artists.
No, they were soul R&B artists. If you go back into the 60s or the 70s, even the 80s, man, still to this day, you can't go find a Southern Soul chart on the Billboard. There's no genre called Southern Soul. It's just a chitlin circuit, you know, name that we run with, and the bad thing about it is that anybody can come in here, and man, they got a lot of good folks out here, but they got a lot of bad, stuff out here too. And what it's done, man, to me, my personal opinion, it's tearing down what guys like Johnny, Lil Milton, all those guys before that, worked so hard to do, man. And now these younger cats coming out here, and it's basically anything goes, man.
Right. Now, when you came along, there was individuals who took time to mentor you in the game and teach you showmanship and show you how to actually take care of yourself on the road and be in front of the audience. Do you see that with these young artists today?
I don't see it with a lot of these young artists because a lot of these young artists today, man, their egos are so big, you got a handful that will listen, But back in my time, if the OG told you something, man, you listen, you respect that, man. Now a lot of these cats, the day one when they come out, man, I'm gonna chop all these old cats' head, and it's different. So, you got to watch who you talk to. And because, if you say something to try to help them out, folks will be saying, oh, you hate, man, you hate, no, just trying to help them out. So, the best thing to do, man, is, pick who you choose wisely, who you want to give some knowledge to,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I understand that fully. Now, how was it for you, like getting your record played on the radio for the first time?
Well, I was with a record company out of Crowder, Louisiana, by the name of MTE Records. And, back then it wasn't any Facebook, social media. It was all radio stations, so we had to have people to go to the radio stations, call them, I even helped at that time, tracking the records and stuff like that. And just getting on the road and, making that connection, man. It was totally different from the way it is today. These guys today, actually lucky it is the way it is today, because the way it was back in the day, they'd probably have half of them at home crying right now, man. Oh yeah, man. They wouldn't even play half of the stuff they play today.
Right. Shout out to my auntie. She's on here.
Oh yeah, Miss Letty.
She's on. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, listen. Let me read this right here from KD. Our brother Kevin KD Dawson says, "Respect to the legendary one. He did a show with you in Sugar Love birthday party. They say you taught him a lot within 15 minutes."
I tried, man. I'm getting a little gray around the edges and stuff, but I'm still in the game, man. No, my goal is to always go out and try to give the people, what they want, a class act show, and don't get me wrong, today, we focus on a lot of the entertainment, the humping, the grinding and all that stuff. That's cool. But to me, you still have to be able to sing and have a good record. I hear a lot of people today, too, a lot of artists, they always complaining, well, man, look here, they won't play my record, they this and that. Well, you have to make sure you have a good record, first of all, because, some of the people that be complaining, record shouldn't be played at all, And the other thing the other problem we have out here, man, is no one likes to tell the truth. Man, there's so many butt kissers out here. Oh, that's a bad record. That's a good record. No, man, that's not a good record, man. You're not helping that person by not telling them the truth. You just allowing them to go out, and continue what they do so they never grow.
And that's something that we've learned, that with now everybody wants to be recognized on the bigger platforms like the BETs and the Grammys and things like that. What do you feel is holding the genre back from being able to be there?
No control. This is that, like I said, anything goes, man, and what profession or what job can you go on and not have any rules? You can't go to the NFL, the NBA, Major League Baseball. Everybody can, just because you can play in high school, don't mean you can play in college. If you can play in college, don't mean you can play professionally. But out here, everybody thinks that, all you have to do is just put a record out and you in automatically. So in my opinion, that's one of the downfalls, because they see so much wild and crazy stuff. And it's money too, man. We're making a little money out here in this Southern soul, but it's nothing compared to what they're doing in the mainstream or the R&B, hip hop, man. We go to these shows, they go to these shows, say, oh man, we packed the shows, man. So, and we should be at the BET. How many people gonna actually go out and purchase these records? How many do? Most of them don't. They go to Lil Pookie down the street, and Lil Pookie gonna burn it on a thumb drive for them. Back in the day, it was a CD, So all of that's hurting our chances at moving forward. That's just my opinion from the time of me being out here doing this, But, we have to check ourselves, man. We don't want to check ourselves. I hear folks out here, oh man, we doing it. Yeah, we doing it, making a little money out here. But it's no control, man. You got to have some control, man. Because the first time they help one artist move up to that mainstream level, they don't open the door for everybody else. And that's cool for us, but it's not cool for them, and they're not going to do that, man.
Right. Now,
it's all about making money.
Now, Mr. Kenny, how do you feel like when people say that Southern Soul is still on the Chitlin circuit?
Oh, that's where it's at. On the Chitlin circuit, Where else can it go? They've always been shows. I hear a lot of folks also saying, man, look at the number of the people that go to these shows. They've always been big shows. I can remember back in the day, man, in Mississippi and Alabama on a good weekend, you might have 7 or 8 shows going on in Mississippi on the same weekend, on the same day. So now you get a lot of these shows out here, and you get 10, 15,000 people in the show, and they, oh man, look at the number. We need to go to BET. Hey, maybe so, but we've always been on a Chitlin circuit, and in my opinion, I hate to be the devil's advocate, but I think we're gonna always be on the Chitlin circuit,
Yes, sir. Yes,
you
sir.
think that has a lot to do with, as far as the big wheel, the music industry, the A&Rs and the big wheel, record execs that look at Southern Soul as like how they almost looked at rap music back in the day, thinking that it's not going to make nothing, it's not going to be much of anything, so they're not wasting their time with it?
I really think it is. When was the last time you saw somebody 50 years old get a record deal on mainstream? When you look out here on this Southern Soul stuff, you see a lot of folks out here with gray hair. That's a lot, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60 years old. That's not what they use in mainstream to draw and make money. Now the folks out here right now think, oh, we got enough people. It's getting bigger. But we out here spending enough money, downloading, making money to where one of these major record companies will come along and grab somebody. Hey man, I hear them talk about, they say, hey man, they're gonna grab King George. Hey man, them folks know everything we do out here. They know about King George. They know about Tucker. Anybody getting hot, they know about them. You know, so my thing is that if they gonna come, what they waiting for? You know, I mean, you can't just sit back and say, well, no, we're gonna wait 4 more years before we go, you know, get him. You might not be hot in 4 years, you know, a year, 6 months. When you're hot, they're gonna come right then and now and get you. So it's something, like I said, it's always about money. That's the bottom line, money.
Well, we got a lot of people checking in tonight.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Didn't get a chance to really shout nobody out. Thank you, Caller Eubanks, KD Dawson. We got the Rock the Block DJs, DJ Cuddy's in the building. We got
hey, y'all watch that guy right there, man. You know,
Cuddy.
That Cuddy, man. Watch it, man. Shoot. In fact, I'm gonna call him laws on it when I get through with this interview, man.
We got Shay from SRJR. We got Miss Drea checking in. If I didn't say your name, Miss Irene, thank y'all for checking in. We appreciate y'all tuning in to real2reel360. But right now, big bro, you got a song queued up of Mr. Kenny Wayne's. Which one is it?
Hold on, let me get to it now because we got so many people. We're gonna go with Gonna Miss Me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kenny Wayne, if you don't mind introducing that for us, please, sir.
This is one from the OG. It's called You're Gonna Miss Me When I'm Gone.
Somebody tell me why. Said I just got the news that you don't want me anymore. Say you found yourself another, someone that loves you more. A big time so and so. That's what you claim it is. But in reality, he's a man just like me. You call me bad to all of your friends. You tell them I'm no good and I don't have a lick of sense. But baby, you don't have to lie. It's plain as can be. It's a game between you and I. And you don't have to worry. Oh, I'm not gonna cry. Just remember one thing. You made the choice. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me. I tell you, it won't be long. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me. I tell you, it won't be long. I should have paid attention and read in between the lines. Your kind of love is only part time. I should have been aware from the way you had been in and out that your love was real. There were times you needed a little comfort. Baby, you don't have to run and hide. It's all in the open. miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me. Oh, it won't be long. Yeah, gonna miss me when I'm gone. Yeah, gonna miss me. Oh, I tell you, it won't be long. I sure do well. Where you playing me? And all your friends about your new man. You say this, you say that. You don't remember one thing. I give you all of my love. Oh, yes, I do. And another thing, you ain't gonna find nobody that loves you like me.
Man, that right there is fire. That's soul blues. That romantic blues. That slow drag. Want to shout out Ice Doll for checking in. Yolanda Marshall for checking in. Thank you.
I had to go get some tissue. I was in the blues mood. It got me caught.
Been there, done it, man.
Hey, like we said, that's the real deal right there, man. You know, it's a classic sound, and it's like some of that, you know, that's what's missing. That gut, right. That instinct, you know. And so salute.
Now, Mr. Kenny,
you know, if I can say this, man, when I started this style of music was catered to grown folks. When I say grown folks, you know, they had younger folks that would be to the shows too. But you know, the guys were like Johnny, Little Milton. So the fans came in and they enjoyed everybody. It wasn't about, you know, hey man, I'm looking for this young, fine dude or this and that. They came for the music, man. And we moved away from that where we going now. And I know times change, music changed, but we still missing that. We walking away from something that was here for a long time, man. You know, you don't hear this type of stuff no more, man. You know, and there's still some audience out there for it, you know. And I know that's a younger audience, but you know, we missing that soul, man.
I was going to ask you about that part of the music, soul blues, being able to be romantic with your songs, and people don't realize like songs like that kept relationships together, or they brung relationships together. And during that period, when you coming up with say like Johnny and Tyrone, like we always talk about, and Lil Milton and all of them, that was the type of music that they played, so or they sung. So you can tell that you come from that era of individuals who put on a show, who actually sing, and the wordplay is definitely different because it's not all just in your face. So
yeah,
with that, I was going to ask you, how do you feel about teaching individuals back then how to court, what they used to say courting, and talk to and be romantic with a significant other?
Say that one more time. I couldn't hear that real well.
Okay. How does it feel to be one of the individuals who taught men how to court women at that period in time? You know what I mean? Because you had to learn how to talk to them, and to use that music. A lot of times, guys would use the music to talk to young ladies or what have you. They would give them mixtapes with those soul blues on it, so they can listen to it. And then when they playing in the background, talking to them and dancing real close you in their ear, it was music like that. So how do you feel about being a part of that legacy of artists?
Well, Well, number one, it makes me feel old. No, I'm just joking, man. No, man. It's a heck of a feeling, man. When you meet people and they say, "Hey, man," it's like my song, "You're My Angel." Folks say, "Hey, man, I sung this to my wife," or my husband sung this song to me, or someone else sung this song to me for my wedding and stuff. It's a great feeling, man. And like I said, man, it was the time that we come up in. And I mean, they still have brothers and sisters out here that can lay it down just like this, man, But for some reason, man, there's a lot of, well, I got to say it, a lot of the Facebook jocks, to me, they don't go and look for this type of music and knock it, play it, because they're too worried about, I gotta have that booty shaking music. I gotta play that up tempo music to keep the fans coming. Well, man, look here, slow it down every now and then. There's a lot of brothers out here, sisters. Marcellus, the singer. He's one guy, but there's a bunch of other folks out here that Magic One, that can really put it down, man. But a lot of these guys, a lot of the jocks won't play that slow stuff, man. They need to get on that. I like the song with Magic One, Wendell B, and those two other guys, man. Still learning how to love, man. Well, look, that's a hell of a song now, man. That's cold-blooded, man. Shoot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sweet Lou.
Yeah, Sweet Lou is in the building. Sweet Lou. Right. Now, you have a song called Ride It Like a Cowboy.
Yes. I'm from Louisiana, and I was raised up in Zydeco country. Louisiana, Zydeco wasn't all over Louisiana. It was down south, way down the Lafayette, Lake Charles area. Opelousas, St. Martinville, back up New Iberia. And I grew up on this stuff. And, at the time, I really didn't like it when I was younger, But, they started jumping on it. So it was around 2010 when I was working on the MVP CD. We put Ride It Like a Cowboy together, man. And it was real successful for me, man. That thing got hot as lava, man. Shoot.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you go ahead and introduce that, Ride It Like a Cowboy, Mr. King?
Here's another one from the OG, from the boot. This one is called Ride It Like a Cowboy.
Let's go.
Kenne, you sure you can handle that? Ain't no problem. Man, that's some third grade right there. Man, I've been in some long. I don't know what time. I got some time. Let me see what you got. Go ahead, K-Dog. Here go your chance. Now walking through this club, girl, you've been all over me. Working and twerking that thing, so close that I can hardly breathe. And the way you move your body, you give a hell of a show. Got my juices flowing. Ready to go. You've been backing that thing up on me. Now you keep backing it up. Now you keep backing it up. Let's go home so I can ride it like a cowboy. Rodeo. You've been backing that thing up on me. Now you keep backing it up. Now you keep backing it up. Let's go home so I can ride it like a cowboy. Like a rodeo. Like a rodeo. Oh, shit. Play that back. Make sure that you back that thing up on the breath. Back it up. Come on. Girl, I know you must practice. You move so well. The way you strut your stuff, I'm about to lose control of myself. You got everybody watching, wondering what you gonna do next. If this was a scene in the movie, it might be ready. You've been backing that thing up on me. Now you keep backing it up. Now you keep backing it up. Let's go home so I can ride it like a cowboy. Rodeo. You've been backing that thing up on me. Now you keep backing it up. Now you keep backing it up. Let's go home so I can ride it like a cowboy. Rodeo. On the rodeo. Come on. Look how she back that thing up on me. Watch it back. Squeeze that thing while I squeeze this thing. Come on. Somebody say that at the 808 to me, that's how they go. That's how they go. Somebody say that at the 808 to me, that's how they go. That's how they go. Somebody say that at the 808 to me, that's how they go. That's how they go. Somebody say that at the 808 to me, that's how they go. That's how they go. Jump up, your turn. Let me hit it like that. 'Cause girl, that's fast. We at the rodeo, do the rodeo. Let me see you do rodeo. Stick the can over while I get you side cold. I get on my saddle, 'cause I'm about to battle. Give it to me, go like this, girl. You know you like that. That's what I want to do. Let's go home so I can ride it like a cowboy. You keep backing that thing up on me. Now you keep backing it up. Now you keep backing it up. Let's go home so I can ride it like a cowboy. You ride it like a cowboy.
Y'all see that out there?
Oh, Cuddy crazy, man. Cuddy crazy.
Don't worry. I'm calling them folks soon as we get off of here, man. Shit.
Mr. Wayne, I wanted to ask this because I'm curious because I have no idea. So I'm going to take it from your words of wisdom. Zydeco itself, the development of Zydeco, when did it fall under the umbrella as far as part of blues? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How does it fall in line with blues?
I'm gonna try to jump at this, but you probably have to ask one of the Zydeco gurus about this. But you know, Zydeco was formed like somewhere, if I got it right, somewhere back in the 1930s, by man, I think his name was Alphonse Audouin. Chris Audouin's great-grandfather, if I'm not mistaken. And then later, you had guys like Clifton Chenier come, and they were the ones that, you know, they played Zydeco, but I guess in the 70s and the 80s, they would take some of those blues songs and incorporate them into Zydeco. Now, that stayed like that for a long time. It was, you know, kind of the old school traditional Zydeco. It was around 1995 when the young man by the name of Bo Jacques kind of stripped it up and put a little energy on it with a song called "Give Me Cornbread," and that turned it around. And by the time the 2000s got here, you had guys like J. Paul and Heat Frank and all of them doing their thing, with this twist, this hip hop type of thing added on top of it. But it's, it was, I won't say it was never incorporated into this, what they call Southern soul. We just started. TK done a song.
Zydeco.
What was it? Zydeco Bounce or something like that.
Zydeco Bounce.
Zydeco Bounce.
Now, I'm going to say this. I don't want him to beat me up behind this. Now, Zydeco Bounce it didn't have that Zydeco beat. It had he was using that as a title, Zydeco Bounce. When you had that's Zydeco, So what we done was, I got Leon Chavis. We studied it. Then we brought Leon in to play the accordion, to give it everything, put the scrub board, the accordion, to give it that feel, play the live bass and the guitar, but I personally can't answer to say when it got incorporated into blues, because from a young man, I can remember those Zydeco guys like Buck Wheaton, them adding the blues, this song, "Take Me to the Mountaintop," and they would, play the accordion on it, and I was like, man, that's cool, man, but that's where they came from. They came from playing that old 70s, 60s blues, music, and they added the blues to Zydeco, man. So, this is Zydeco country, man. It didn't kind of change now. Got a lot of youngsters, out here now. Trail ride. I don't know if you ever been to a down south trail ride, man. Down here, well, I want to say back a few years. I don't know about now, but they would when you go to a trail ride, they would play probably 90% of Zydeco. They'd play other stuff, but it was predominantly more Zydeco than anything else. Now you go to Texas, it's a little bit different. They're gonna play. They're gonna play some country down there. They'll play a little bit. Now you go to Mississippi now, and those type of states, they done it totally different. You hear a little Zydeco down there, but you're gonna hear everything, the Southern soul, the rap, all that kind of stuff, man.
Wow. All right.
If that answered your question, I don't know if that answered you.
Well, listen, I'm getting the ear full, so we good. We good.
Shout out to Gemini.
Oh,
The old cornbread, married couple of Southern soul.
Yes,
Daryl
sir.
Simmons done checked in. Shout out. Thank you for checking in.
Yeah.
I was wanted to ask you about, how did you see or feel that the umbrella of Southern soul is broken down into different parts? Because when you came into the blues or segment, it was just Southern, it was soul, blues, and blues. Now you have trail ride, you have the Zydeco, like you were stating, you got the soul blues, you got the Southern soul, and then you just got the regular blues, which a lot of times we say is the hook and the juke. Now, how do you feel that it has expanded the way it has? Peace to you.
You ask me, I think it's all still the same. It's a little different out here. Folks say, man, we got some trail ride music. I'm like, man, what the shit is trail ride music? Shit. Hey, the trail ride music, what they call it trail ride music, is that old, I call it juke. That tempo, boom, shake that booty, shake that ass, that type of stuff, man, But to me, it's all, as long as it's good music, I'm cool with it, man. They say, oh, this is trail ride, that's this, that's that, but it all boils down to, we all black people, trying to make a dollar out here, first thing we need to do is forget about the money and worry about the craft, put out good music that will last forever, when you talk about those guys from the past, Johnny and all of them, man, you can go and play a catalog from Johnny and Tyrone, Lil Milton, and all them guys, and that's what we need to get to. And a lot of these young folks out here, they worrying about that quick dollar, man. Shoot, I'm coming here because I can get that money out of Southern Soul, man. Yeah, you might get it one time, but it's over after that.
Right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now, Mr. Kenny, what has been keeping you going, your longevity in the music business? What keeps you pushing?
First and foremost, God, man. I was raised up. I won't say that I was raised up in the church 24/7, but I come from church people, and that instilled something in me to keep pushing when it was bad, man. You won't believe the times that I sat back and say, man, the hell with this shit. I'm giving up, man. I'm gonna leave this shit alone, man. But something in the back of me, no, what you gonna do, man? Come on, man. Quit crying and get up and, do this again. Every day won't be a good day. And there's no guarantee that we'll get to the mountaintop. You see, everybody today want to get to that mountaintop. They talk about, hey, man, I want to be like such and such. No, your book is already written. My book is written. My book might have it to where I'm going to be a mid-level artist. But as long as I'm enjoying life, that should be the most important thing. I can't go to your house and say, well, brother, you got 5 TVs, and leaving that joke and say, man, I want to be like my man. He got 5 TVs down there. No, I want to be like Kenny Wayne. And that's what kept me afloat, being like myself and having solid people around me. My brother, my wife, my 2 brothers, just kept me grounded. Every time you see me, I'm the same way. I'm no faker. I'm no shaker. I'm not going to get out here and pretend, oh, I'm the man. I got this. I got that. That's the thing today. Everybody out here fronting and stunting. That's cool, but that doesn't get you anywhere because it's hard to wear that mask 24/7, man. So I would advise young brothers and sisters out here, just be yourself, man. You don't have to impress nobody else. My man over there got a little old Mercedes Benz or whatever. That's on him. Cool. Let him have that. You can't sleep in that joker, man. You can't eat that joker. You gotta do what keeps you afloat, man.
Definitely so. Definitely.
Excellent.
Hey, Kay, what's the next song we got queued up?
The party ain't over.
The party ain't over. And I think he was just telling us the party wasn't over.
No, and the other thing too, man, to stay afloat, you got to stay away from friends like DJ Cuddy, man, because they'll, lead you to bad or wrong way, man.
Shout out Jay the Franchise is in the building.
Shout out Jay. Shout out Jay. Hey, Cuddy, he on your neck tonight, boy. He on your neck tonight.
Shit.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, right now we about to play Party Ain't Over by Mr. Kenny Wayne.
Let's hear it, baby.
Let's go.
All right, folks, estamos gozando in this hole in the wall. I hate to say it, boys and girls, but it's that time of the night. Last call for alcohol.
Man, what is he talking about? I ain't going nowhere till I get my groove on.
Said the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Said the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Wait a minute now, hey fellas, I think you better watch your ladies, 'cause I came here to dance, and I just might get my chance to somebody else's lady. Well, I heard the DJ call, he said last call for alcohol. I already got my drink on, but I can't go home till I get my groove on. So the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Say the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Gotta get my groove on. Excuse me, lady, need a fun on the floor. I got on my dancing shoes, gonna dance away this blues till it don't bother me no more. Well, I heard DJ call. He said, last call, last call. But I don't care what y'all say, 'cause I ain't leaving this place till I get my groove on. So the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Say the party ain't over till I get my groove on. Party ain't over till I get my groove on. If it takes all ain't over, I'll be here just doing my thing. Oh yes, I'll be here. I came to have a good time. I came to have a good time. I came to all the problems gone. And I ain't going home till I get my groove on. Yeah. Anybody wanna party? Anybody wanna have a good time? Anybody wanna party? Anybody wanna have a good time? That's all I wanna do, y'all. Party ain't over. It ain't over till I get my groove on. Gotta do my thing. Party ain't over. Somebody tell the DJ play with my song and move on. I can't get ready to party all night long till I get my groove on. Oh yes I did. I got my titty juice. Ain't over. Watch me clown. I got my titty juice. Watch me get on down till the break of dawn. Party ain't over till I see it. Somebody help me now. The party ain't over. The party ain't over.
Ooh, party ain't over, man. That joint is fire right there. Shout out to my man Q Lee in the building.
Yeah. I see old Q in here.
Yeah, old Q in here. Shout out Kimberly Isaiah from Bridge the Gap, Connect the Dot. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Mr. Wayne, let me ask this last question. I'm done with it. What do you think is the reason that timeless classic songs like that of the Tyrone Davises, the Johnny Taylors, last so well to this very day, to include yourself?
It was reality. They was writing about reality, things that happen every day. We can write about some playful stuff, all day long. Most of the time that stuff won't last. But songs like Just Because, Trying to Love Too, those type of songs will be here forever. And I think that's where we have to go. I always say times have changed, My good friend Yolanda always say, Kenny, times have changed, but music will always be the same. The fundamentals of music will always be the same. And I don't care. There's a lot of people out here in this Southern soul today, youngsters, the fans I'm talking about. They came over here. The same stuff, they heard this stuff 20 years ago. And they would say, man, I ain't listening to that old people music, man. But once they got a little bit older, they don't be listening to this type of stuff, you know. So what we have to do is keep that going, because you can only shake your booty. I'm gonna say like the thug. So you can only shake your ass for so long, and after that, you got to get back down to you want to hold on to your baby and shit, you know. So you know, we got to get back writing some real stuff. Brothers like Q, uh, Roy Anthony. Like I say, man, there's a lot of talented people out here, man. You know, but they get overlooked because for some reason, this is my opinion, we focus on the up-tempo stuff, you know. Shake that ass. That's cool. Man, slow it down. We letting all that good stuff go to waste, man. You know, I'm telling you, they got some cold, slow songs out here, man. What's the young lady? Jason Nay, all them type of people, man. Cold-blooded, man, you know.
Yes.
Now, we just got to get to that type of stuff, man. And hey, any DJs out there listening to me, hey, man, we need to get up on this stuff, man. Let's get up on it more, man. I know y'all playing that up-tempo stuff. That's cool. But, hey, we got to get on that slow stuff, man.
Yes,
Some
yes.
baby making music, man. Shoot, you know.
I was just gonna say, pull them close to your music.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna make no babies or nothing like that, but you know, we need to keep that stuff alive, though, man. Shoot, you know. Hey, I'm gonna make sure my dog Cuddy play a lot of slow stuff. You know. I'm gonna just work on him. Him and my man Dre. Dre back now. Dre do it. Cut do it too. I'm just both calling. They both, you know, they both own it, man. But we need some of the jocks that, you know, that a lot of these folks look up to play this type of stuff, man. And, you know, if we gonna they say give everybody a chance, you know, hey, man, give them brothers a chance, man. Like I say, man, a guy like Marcellus the singer, man, you know, that's his stuff, the ballads, man, you know. Man, Q, you know, hey, you know, Q blow, man, you know.
Yes, you're a rough boy, man. You're a rough
Oh
boy.
yeah.
You're a rough boy.
Oh yeah.
Now, Carl August want to know, what is the most memorable artist that you have collaborated with?
I've never really collaborated with anybody, man. Believe it or not, man, you know, I was always a loner, man. You know, some folks say, damn, anyway, you ain't done no collaboration with nobody. No, man, never really done, you know. The only collaboration I done with me and Yayo, Miss Charlotte on the Cowboy with the rap, you know, but never really done any collaborations with anybody else. I need to. I'm gonna have to do something, man. You know, Jeff and I talked about it. Jeff Floyd and I talked about it. We just never got around to it. You know, but we're gonna have to do it.
Well, Mr. Kenny, we coming to the end of the show, and I want to thank you for coming on and educating all of us about Southern soul, soul blues, Zydeco, and your fabulous music. Because, like I said, that party ain't over. It's timeless. Man, it's timeless. And,
23 years old, man.
Yeah, I tell you, and you can still party to it right now. And just want to thank you for coming on. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to have you on our show. Because, like I said from the beginning, it's an honor and a privilege. And thank you so much.
You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome. Both of you guys. Thank y'all, man.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, where can they see you next for your shows and stuff like that?
I'm going to be somewhere in Mississippi coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm getting old, man. My memory is getting bad. I got to, most of the time I sign the contract and I don't look back until it's time to go, man. But it'll be in Mississippi somewhere. I was just in Mississippi this past weekend over in oh shit, I can't remember where I was at, man. A little town around Natchez, Mississippi, man. And at a trail ride. It got rained out, you know.
Over in Macomb. In Macomb?
Yeah, up in that Macomb area. Well, I can't think of the name of the little town, man. Boy, the Cuddy gonna talk about me. He gonna say, I was on them pills, man. That's what he gonna say. Unc, you was on them pills during that show out, man. Shit. Oh shit, man, on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of the name of the goddamn little town, man, but it was in Mississippi though, right outside of Natchez, Mississippi.
Okay. Definitely. What anybody you want to shout out though right now, Mr. Wayne?
No, man. I what I'd like to say is everyone that's listening to me, young, old, we can all help each other out. The young artists can help the older artists. The older artists can help the younger artists. And we just got to, all come together and work together, because as someone like me gets older, my writing style might not be what's happening today. So I got to get younger folks to, help me out sometime, and that's the way we should be, all one big family, man. We're not here competing against each other. And to everybody, just keep doing what you're doing, man. And don't let nobody never discourage you to stop doing what you're doing, because who knows what the future holds, man. Just keep it. If you think you're not up to par, keep doing what you're doing. I was telling that to Q, my man Q, the other day. We were talking about, oh man, I feel like I had never come up with a hit yet. I said, Q, what you talking about, man? Shoot. And every time I log on to Facebook, I see you all over the place, man. That song you got killed, man, But that's good that he feel like that, because he keeps getting higher. When you get complacent, you get in a bad situation, man. So I always want to push. All the young brothers and sisters, keep on pushing, man. I was in Port Gibson. My brother just texted me, they got to watch it, man. My memory getting bad, man. Shoot. But hey, Q and everybody else, y'all keep doing what y'all doing it. And you brothers too, man. Y'all keep doing the hell of a show, man. I appreciate y'all guys having me on your show.
Appreciate you, Mr. Wayne. I tell you, Q got a rocket in his pocket. He be just sitting on it.
Yes, sir.
He got a rocket in his pocket. He just sits on it.
Hey, man, I heard some of Q stuff. I'm like, man, this brother here, he's nice, man. He got some nice stuff, man. Shoot.
Man, he need to let that coincidence drop. Yeah, I said it. I said it live.
Tell him again.
You need to let that coincidence drop.
Q, they on you, Q.
But big bro, you know what time it is, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First of all, we want to thank you once again, Mr. Kenny Wayne, for coming on and blessing us with your music, your gift, your heart, and the dynamic lesson you have taught myself as well as my brother tonight. And you, like I said before earlier when we talked, you don't have a home away from home. You got a home right here on the real2reel360. So if there's anything that you need that we can do for you, please don't hesitate to call on us, and we will answer that call for you. So to all our fans, our followers, friends, and family, subscribers, we want to thank you. Everybody that chimed in tonight, we thank you. You can continue to hear great music like this on Live 365 on the real2reel360 radio. Great songs from Mr. Kenny Wayne. So on that note, we are out of here like last year. We hope y'all take care and have a great time. We are real2reel360, and we out of here. Peace, y'all.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, we starting to come to the end of the show. Right now, I want to take the time out and thank our guests for coming on. Also, too, we want to make sure that y'all listening and subscribing, and tell a friend and keep sharing, because we're going to keep bringing y'all the real content. You know what I mean? So, DJ K-Wise, my brother, take us up out of here, son. Peace.
I want to give a big shout out to the nation of gods and earth, to all the human families on the planet Earth. I say peace. But to our subscribers, those who continue to watch and listen to the show each and every time we come on, I give a big shout out of love, peace, and happiness to you. The beast of man, woman, and child of the you in our verse. It's time for us to disperse. We bring the best, not the worst. We thank you once again for tuning in to the real360. Bring a friend to hit that like and subscribe, so we continue to grow, to bring more knowledge and wisdom to you. Upon our show, you make it possible for us to do what we do. Now it's time I end it just the way I bring it.